तुझसे राहते, तुझसे चाहते, तू जो मिली एक दिन मुझे, मैं कहीं हो गया लापता। ओ जाने जा, बोलो जहां, मेरी बाहों में आ, भूल जा।
Open the door, princess, please. Your dad says, slamming on the door constantly. You got fed up because of all this, and you made your way towards the door and opened it. Ryan, you're grown up now. You have to understand things, he said as he looked at you. Dad, I don't want to talk to you right now, you said and moved ahead to leave the place. Wait, I'm not finished yet. Where are you going? I don't want to listen to any of the things. Just leave me alone for some time, you said and left the house. As you roamed the streets, lost in the thoughts of your past with Jungkook, a familiar voice snapped you back to the present. You turned around to see Jaehyun approaching. Hey, what are you doing here all alone? You shrugged, trying to shake off the memories. Just need some fresh air. Want to grab a coffee? My treat. You hesitated for a moment before nodding. Sure, why not? He led you to his place, where the aroma of the freshly brewed coffee filled the air. You sat down at his kitchen table as he poured a cup. So, how have you been? You smiled, taking a sip of the coffee. I have been alright, just keeping busy. But as you continued talking, a sudden dizziness washed over you. You tried to shake it off, but it only grew worse until everything went black and you collapsed. Hey, are you okay? Jaehyun asked, but there was no response as you lay unconscious on the floor. You opened your eyes slowly, wincing in pain, to find your hands tied to a chair. Jaehyun sat across from you, a sinister grin on his face. Jaehyun, what's going on? Untie me, please. But instead of helping, he burst into laughter. His eyes gleaming with malice, he kicked the chair, sending you crash to the floor. Oh, I'm sorry. Did it hurt you? It's too amazing to see you like this. Your heart raced as you realized Jaehyun was the one who had tied you up. Panic surged through you as you screamed for the help, feeling utterly helpless on the floor. Jaehyun dialed Jungkook's number, a wicked grin on his face as he spoke into the phone. Hey Jungkook, I have done what you asked. She is here with me, just like you wanted. He wanted it to seem like it was all Jungkook's plan, to crush Vian's heart even more. Meanwhile, Vian's tears streaming down her face, denied any relationship with Jungkook as Jaehyun interrogated her. What's your relationship with Jungkook, huh? Are you lovers? Vian, her voice trembling, shook her head. No, he means nothing to me. He is nobody. But her heart shattered with each denial. Just then, Jungkook arrived at the location, his expression dark as he saw Vian in distress. Without a word, he lunged at Jaehyun, fist flying. You son of a... How dare you touch her? A twisted smile curved up on Jaehyun's lip as he welcomed the beating, reveling in the chaos he had caused. Jungkook continued to pummel Jaehyun until he lay unconscious on the ground. Rushing to Vian's side, he untied her hands and pulled her into his embrace, his heart racing with the concern. Are you okay? Did he hurt you? But as he held her, Vian pushed him away, her expression filled with distrust and anger. Jungkook couldn't comprehend her reaction as she stepped back, keeping her distance. Did you really want me to be okay? What are you saying? Of course, I just wanted to rescue you. Just asking, how could you be so cheap and mean? She said, crossing her arms against her chest. Confusion clouded Jungkook's features as he tried to understand her cautions. Moving closer to her, he reached out to hold her arms, but she slapped him hard across the face before he could react. Jungkook stood there, stunned and bewildered by Vian's sudden rejection. He couldn't understand why she was treating him this way, especially after he had just saved her. Vian, unable to face him any longer, turned her back and left, retreating to the safety of her own home. Once there, she tended to her wounds, feeling a mixture of pain and betrayal. He is no longer the Jungkook whom I knew. I can't believe he can do this just for revenge. Meanwhile, Jungkook, unable to shake off his confusion and worry, followed Vian home. He stood outside her door, calling out her name with desperation. Vian, please open the door. I need to talk to you. I'm worried about you. Vian watched from the window, torn between the hurt and the sight of Jungkook's anguish. But she remained silent, refusing to let him back into her life so easily. Just get lost from here. You said and locked the window. I really want to talk to you. Please, just once. Vine closed the window tightly, blocking out Jungkook's pleas and the distant thunder. Tears streamed down her face as she sat against the wall, overwhelmed by the emotion. Through the closed window, Jungkook's voice reached her, begging for a chance. Vian, please, just talk to me. He pleaded, each word mingling with the rumble of thunder. Vian muttered to herself, feeling frustrated. He will soon give up. But she couldn't shake the image of Jungkook waiting in the rain. Exhausted, she drifted to sleep, only to wake up to the sound of rain, realizing Jungkook was still waiting. She hurriedly opened the window. Vian, please, just once, Jungkook called out. Vian sighed, torn. He's really crazy. But with determination, she went downstairs, ready to confront Jungkook and untangle their feelings. Vian opened the door and faced Jungkook, who was drenched in rain. Come inside, you will catch cold, she said coldly. Don't worry about that. I just want to talk to you once, he said, taking steps towards her. Come inside and let's talk there, she said, leading him into the house. Inside, she realized Jungkook had caught a cold and had a high fever. God, what have you done? You have a high fever. She panicked, searching for medicine. Jungkook grabbed her wrist to stop her from going anywhere. The day you broke off our friendship, there wasn't a single day I didn't thought about you. Van remained silent at his statement. I know what my mother did is unforgivable, but believe me, I never wanted us to be apart. Vian turned to face him. I'm sorry, Vian. I shouldn't have listened to my mother. You should have at least listened to me once, Cook. I accept. I was so stupid that I believed on those things. But now I know what your father has done for our family. My mom just used your father and nothing else. She's really selfish and can't see anything except money. Why did you kidnap me then? I didn't done that. It was Jaeyoon who wanted revenge from me. That's why he targeted you. Why me? I didn't even told him about your relation. Actually, it's me. Every time I used to see you with him, my blood got boiled in anger, and the looks I have given him were enough to make him suspicious that we are something. You still get jealous when I talk to other boys, you said, smiling and rolling your eyes. It's not like that. I don't get jealous. I just don't want to share you with anyone. Sorry, I misunderstood you. You should have trusted me. I can't do such things with you. Cook, you know what? I really can't trust anyone now. You was the person I trusted the most, and when I needed you the most, you turned your back to me. Vian, I was just a kid then. I just believed my mother, but then with time I got to know what she has done. Now I regret it, Vian. Sorry for everything I did. I don't think I can trust you again, you said, and got his grip over from your hand. Just once, last chance. I will never ever leave you again. Please, just for once, he said, kneeling down. Let's be friends again, Kirk. But this time, I will really beat you so hard if you did anything wrong. He smiled at your words and took you in his embrace. Thank you so much for giving me the chance, Vian. But thank you. I'm hungry and you owe me a dinner for not talking to me all these years. You said and pouted. As you say, ma'am, he said, and you both giggled.